Hey guys, it's Steve with Basketball with Steve. Who is better, Carmelo Anthony or Dwyane Wade?
He was looking for contact from Jermaine O'Neal, got a piece of it. Anthony's going to drop it, one more shot off the line. The ball's out. Oh, he puts it from half court. Carmelo Anthony knocks it down. Out of Meyer on the pick and roll, blocked by Wade. This is good if it goes. Yes!
The thing that sticks out to me the most when comparing these two all-time great Hall of Famers is the fact that Dwyane Wade heavily relied on athleticism to dominate in his prime, whereas Carmelo Anthony did rely on athleticism, but now that he's out of his prime, he relies on his pure skill and talent. And that's something that really separates both of these players. Now, it's immediate and it's obvious Dwyane Wade had more success in terms of winning championships, both with and without LeBron. Dwyane Wade without LeBron was a Finals MVP, led his team to the 2006 NBA championship in his third season in the NBA, whereas Carmelo Anthony has yet to get to that point in his career, whereas they both had really bad teammates, but it can be argued that Carmelo Anthony has had way worse luck than Dwyane Wade, and Carmelo Anthony really had some really bad teammates, except for a few years. 1 year in 2013 with the New York Knicks where he led them to a 50+1 season, and 1 year where he led the Denver Nuggets to the 2009 Western Conference Finals, ultimately to lose to Kobe Bryant in his prime. But that's besides the point. Who is better in terms of career-wise? That's obviously Dwyane Wade. But if I were a coach and there was a second pick in the 2003 NBA draft, I'm working for Detroit, who would I go for, Dwyane Wade or for Carmelo Anthony? I would go for Carmelo Anthony. Now, a lot of you guys are probably wondering, well, if Dwyane Wade is better, then why would you go for Carmelo Anthony? Dwyane Wade was better in his prime, but Carmelo Anthony is better out of his prime. And the reason why is Carmelo Anthony has longevity over Dwyane Wade, which in my opinion is way more important than just dominating for 8 or 9 years. Now, take nothing away from Dwyane Wade. He's obviously, in my opinion, when it all goes down, a top 10 player of all time. But Carmelo Anthony just lasts longer than Dwyane Wade. Carmelo Anthony is still in his prime, whereas Dwyane Wade isn't. And it's not really Dwyane Wade's fault. It's more of the fault of just bad luck. Most athletic star players always have a shorter run than players that rely on skill. For example, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Carmelo Anthony, all extremely athletic in their prime. However, towards the end of their prime and after they reached the mountaintop of their prime, they started to rely on footwork, shooting ability, dribbling ability, posting up ability. That's all skill, pure skill, and especially the shooting aspect. Whereas Dwyane Wade does do that, but just not to the extent that Carmelo Anthony does. And that's really important in my opinion in terms of who's better. So obviously, once again, Dwyane Wade, if they're both in their prime, Melo's still in his prime, but if Dwyane Wade was still in his prime, Dwyane Wade is obviously the better player. However, I would still draft Carmelo Anthony over Dwyane Wade just for longevity. Carmelo Anthony is one of 3 active players to never average under 20 points per game that have played more than 5 seasons in the NBA. Which is why Kobe Bryant lasted 20 years. He didn't rely on athleticism, and I know I keep saying that, but it's really important. And in my honest opinion, Carmelo Anthony is even going to outlast LeBron James just because Carmelo Anthony has a skill set that is so rare that we only see in the Kobe's, the MJ's, players like that. Now, the thing that separates those players from Carmelo is those players that I just named, MJ and Kobe, have had really great success in winning championships, whereas Carmelo Anthony hasn't. So there it goes. Dwyane Wade is a better player all around, where Carmelo Anthony just lasted longer. So in my opinion, it's just a preference, but I would personally draft Melo over Dwyane Wade. Anyways, been Steve. Peace.